good. All right. So how do we solve a problem? The first step is to let x to be something, write an equation describing the situation, then solve the equation using the null factor law, then check your answers are correct. Any negative answers or fraction may not be allowed in the solution, and answer the original question in words and read the question again, making sure the solution is reasonable. Okay, we're going to solve the first question, which is the length of a book is 4 centimeters more than its width, and the area of the face of the book is 320 centimeters. Find the dimensions of the face of the book. Okay, all right, so how do we solve this? Your first step is to let x. Okay, now you don't have to use x, you can use w for width or y, etc. So you say the length of the book is 4 centimeters more than its width. So what we're going to do is let the width be w, right? Rather than x. And then let's draw a diagram. If the width of the book is w, what would the length be? If the length is 4 centimeters, not 2w, 4 plus w, because it's 4 centimeters longer, right? And it tells you that the area is, yes, 320. Now, how do I get the area of a rectangle? Length times width, so you go w times w plus 4 equals 320. That's our equation. So we look at the problem, define the polynomial, and then write an equation. And the next step is to solve it. Now, how do we solve this? What do we do? Can we use the null factor law? We can't, because that's not 0 yet. So what do? We got to expand it first. That's where you have to expand. So if you expand, you get w squared plus 4w equals to 320. Now what do we do next? We have to make the right side 0 by moving the 320 to the other side, which is negative 320. So to solve a quadratic equation, you must make it into the standard form. That's called the standard form, where the right side is 0, and then you have to factorize. Now that's a hard question to factorize because the numbers are very big. So you have to do some experimentation. So you find numbers which multiply to get negative 320, but add to get 4. So the numbers must be very close. Well, 2 plus 2 is 4, but they do not multiply to get negative 320. Yes, none of them have to be positive, one of them has to be negative. You're right. Yes, very good. So what would that be? 20 and 16. Very good. So which one? Negative 20 or negative 16? Very good. Very nice. How'd you figure it out? Use a calculator. Yeah, calculator. Very good. Yes. 4 larger than the negative. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so let's write the numbers. That's very impressive because I couldn't figure out myself that quick. Okay.
Oh no, the A6.
So what do we do after we factorize? W plus 20 is 0 or W minus 16 is 0. So what's W? Negative 20 or W is 16. Now remember, we're solving a problem where we may not accept both answers. Which answer do we have to reject? And why? The negative, why? Because width is length. It can't be negative. It must be positive. So if the width is 16, what's the length going to be? How do I get the length? What did they tell you about the length? It is 4 centimeters longer. So that means the length must be 16 plus 4, 20. Got it? Well, you're not meant to guess and check because you're meant to solve it using equation. In the exam, they give you 3 marks for this. If you don't write the equation, just guess the answer, you only get 1 mark. Yep. The other 2 marks are given for giving the equation and factorizing. Oh, people try guess and check. So they use a calculator. So you try a list of numbers. Okay, that's the hard piece. So you have to do a lot of guess and check. This is guess and check.
I did like 3 guesses.
Yep. See if I could find something. There you go. All right. Any question? That was good. Any question? Good. Let's continue. All right. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Let's continue with this. Have a look at this right angle triangle. What sort of equation can you write? No. Standard form when you have an equation, quadratic equation. Pythagoras. Very good. Let's use Pythagoras. So what does the Pythagoras theorem say? That's it. We're going to use, that's A, that's B, that's C. So x squared plus x plus 7 squared equal to 13 squared. So after you write the equation, you have to expand before you put in standard form. So we have to put in standard form. Now the question is, how do we expand this question? How do I expand the perfect square? Yeah, how do I expand it? 2 of these, very good. And then we do arrows. Got it? This is 169, by the way, 13 square. Continue. We're going to expand the x. So x times x. What's x times x? X squared. And then you go x times 7, which is 7x. And we continue. Yeah. Yeah, but there's only 4 of them. So I do one more. See this one, 7x. And what's 7 times 7? 49. Got it? And after this, you have to collect like terms. Yeah, how about the x squared? Any like term for the x squares? These 2 becomes? No. 2x squared plus 14x plus, now you have to subtract, let's write this down first. Okay. Why is it 14? Because 7x plus 7x. Okay, so when we get an equation, you got to expand it and simplify it, put it into standard form. We're not in standard form yet. We still have to get rid of the 169. So how do I do that? Minus 169 minus 169 on both sides. Get it? So you get 2x squared. Hopefully your writing is smaller than mine. You have enough space. So what do we have? What's 49 minus 169? Negative 120, isn't it? Why do I times the x squared? No. Well, there's the x squared from A, right? That's the x squared. The other x squared comes from expanding this bracket in green. So x times x is x squared. So I've got 2 lots of x squares. Okay, write it down, see if you can factorize it. Dominic, go. Say again. Don't worry. Did you factorize already? Oh, that was very quick. How did you do that? What did you do? What did you do first? You didn't. Okay. Which part you didn't get? The expanding?
Yeah, past that.
Past this. Okay. X times x, x squared. X times 7, 7x. 7, rainbow. Yeah, rainbow. Okay, write it down. Yeah. That's the whole point. Well, so take the 2 out. So 2 is common. So you write x squared plus what? 7x minus 60. Now that's a slightly easier one to factorize. See if you can work out. Say again? Yeah. All right, I'll make it a bit bigger. There you go. All right, cool. Okay, see if you can factorize. Go. So multiply to get negative 60, add to get 7. 5 and minus 12. No, you're close, but they don't add up to 7. Try something else. 5 and minus 12. That's correct. All right, negative 5 and 12. All right, negative 5 and 12. So we get 2x minus 5x plus 12 equals to 0. Oops, sorry. I only wrote 2. Okay, let me rub this off. So write x plus 12.
So 24 and 10 equals the normal one.
24 and 10. Oh yeah, but that's mnemonic. You have to take the 2 out. See, if it's 2 in front, that's going to be more tricky. You have to split the terms.
Yeah, but like, even if you want to, it would be 24 and negative 5 or negative 10.
No. You mean the 2 doesn't affect the 5. So you still write 5 and negative 12.
No, if it was 14x, it's 20.
Oh, without the 2? If no 2, yeah, but with the 2 it's a bit tricky. Okay, now remember we cannot have negative because x stands for the length. So therefore x equals to 5 only. We have to reject the negative 12. X is positive, therefore x is 5. Get the idea? So today you do exercise 10D today. 10D. Alright, make sure you show your working. No guess and check. You must show the equation. Thank you.